Hi, so nice to be with you here again, Dorota, Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator, and check what we are going to do today. That's a beautiful ombre geometric kind of designs, and I think they look so fantastic on the client's nails, especially the ones which don't want flowers or like any other freehand painted design, but they want to have something totally unique. So I hope you will really enjoy this tutorial. So that's the geometric design which we are going to create, and on the mixing palette I've got a couple colors. So I have put a Color Plus blue gel, a drop of the black foil design gel, and a paint on French gel. So you're needing 3 gels: blue, black and white. And first place we will darken up our blue. So I'm adding a drop of black into my blue to create a much darker blue. So that's one of the mixture. Then we also needing some lighter blue. So I'm just adding a little bit of the white into it to create a lighter blue, and then another drop of white to create even lighter one, and then again another one to create even a lighter one, and we kind of carry on until we get a very, very, very light one. So you can already see that we have created like a graduation of the colors, and that's the colors which we are going to use. So to start off, we are picking up the darkest blue. I'm just going to clean my brush after all this mixing. Don't mix the products with your brush because I just wrecked mine. So I'm picking up the darkest one. I will see if I have to swap the brush. I'm still able to paint it, but it's just like, am I really luck because it's really squint now. So that's a good lesson to learn for you guys. Use the mixing palette to mix your colors. And then I'm filling up like a wee triangle. It is a bit fiddly design, but I think it looks pretty effective. So I've got my blue in here, and then I'm going into the lightest blue. The reason for it is the easiest color to cover later on when we will be painting. So you want to do the lines so you know where to place the next ones. So I'm just drawing some lines. And that's the easiest way to start, like. Okay, so this way we've got like a rhombus shape, and then I'm joining it in here and in there on the top, so that's where the darker color will come in. And then I can paint another line. So you can see we've got another rhombus here. So paint this line and do the same on the other side. So we've got rhombus on the middle, and now I'm just prolonging this line. I don't paint those lines really strong, just kind of indicating the shape really. And then again go on the side and paint another line. Another side, so prolong this one. and paint another line. And then in the middle we've got like the tiny triangle here. Finish off this line and the one on the other side. So that's how it looks, and now I can start coloring it. So I'm going back again to my darker color. So the darkest one. And you can see there is a very tiny place right on the top and on the other side as well. So that's our darker color. I'm going to clean my brush. Tiny bit of the UV cleanser is best to clean the brush from the gel. And I'm going into another shade of the blue. So this one is pretty dark, but not as dark as the previous one. And just fill this rhombus shape with the color. So this way, like painting all those little lines make your work much easier because you don't get lost in the color placement. So I've got one painted, and this color has to go on the other one in here as well. I also find it easier for me to paint it outside first, and then I can fill up inside. Those gels are really highly pigmented. Like for those who feel like they are a bit too highly pigmented, you can always thin them out with the top coat, and this way they get much thinner consistency. But I love them for the designs because you've got like just a couple of the basic colors, and you can create any kind of color out of it, like yellow and a red to create an orange. Like even now when we have mixed the blues into a couple different ones, I'm going to give it a flash cure. So this way it is much easier to work for me with this design. And you can also do a different shape. I'm not going to finish this one off just because it will be too time consuming, but I give you an idea, maybe just show you a couple. So I will paint the darker shape here. It's just each time when I can put the tip to the lamp to flash cure it, I will have a time to do one triangle here. So I've got the darkest one. I can put that on the side. And we're going back to do another color here. So now I'm going into the slightly lighter blue. And just exactly the same like we did it with the previous ones. There's nothing too complicated, just kind of time consuming. And another reason why you want to flash cure it is in case if, I don't know, you go somewhere wrong, you can always wipe it off, and the places which are cured are going to stay on your tip. I always use that for any kind of painting. Okay, so we have created another layer. I'm going to give it flash cure. Flash cure is just a couple seconds to freeze the product. And then here we can go another layer. I have done it at many times on the clients, like they always really love it. So you can just go for like one color nail, and this one you would put on the ring finger, or like ring finger and the middle finger. It looks really nice, like kind of finish of the design. Okay, so I have created another here. This one is cured. And I can go into the lighter blue. The difference in the color is like very minimal, but this way I think the ombre looks absolutely fantastic. Don't mix it too big difference, because you are going to be struggle like to fill up the last bit, and the last bit can be either white or the palest blue. So as you can see, very minimalistic difference in the color, but that's what we want. If you're kind of enjoying this tutorial and you have learned something new, and let's give you an idea as what to do on your clients when you struggled out of ideas, hit this thumb up or share this video so the others can see it as well. Just because I did a little mistake in here, before I cure, I'm going straight into the lighter blue because I want to fix it. And I love when the mistakes going on and happening during the tutorials, because then you know how to fix it. So I'm just touching it up with the lighter color, and I have already fixed the mistake. Just covering it up. I think we all kind of do the mistakes, and as long as we know how to correct the things, it is absolutely fine. Quite often I paint something, and to be honest, instead of trying to fix it, it's easier and quicker for me just to take it off or like wipe it off and start again. And I'm not embarrassed of it. Like with every kind of design, practice makes perfect. So I'm going to give it a flash cure, just a couple seconds again. And just to give you a better idea of this tip, I'm going to pick up another shade of blue. So here, instead of the rhombus, we are going just for like a wee triangle V shape. And that will look pretty cool as well. I will actually put the picture up of it once I finish this design too. Just to give you a bit more inspiration. And you could carry on with any kind of geometric shape, I think, like to creating those ombre looks. So now I'm just hitting into the lightest blue, like lots of white and just a touch of this blue in there. That's even too dark, so a bit lighter. That's a perfect mix. So very, very light, almost white. Ideally, you want to pre-mix your colors like beforehand, so you don't do it with your brush. And then on the last one, I want to really use the white one, but I've still got a drop of the blue on my brush because I didn't clean it well. And just fill that up, give it a cure, and then when we apply the top coat, everything is even much nicer. So I will show you this final look, and here do maybe just 2 more lines, just so you've got an idea how it looks. So I'm hitting into the lighter blue. I'm not sure which one I like better, the rhombus ones or the lines. So I have to darken up my blue a little bit because there is too big difference, and I will be leaking of the I wouldn't have enough of the colors, so I have to darken it up a little bit. So it's not as light. I'm trying to speed up the things so you are not bored, guys, and then it's not a good idea to do that. Because when you rush, things goes wrong. So I have to correct this one because I went over it. And then you spend double time on fixing something. The same when you're kind of running late and another client is waiting, and then you start rushing and just like everything goes so wrong. I try to kind of keep it in my head, keep calm, don't rush, like don't care about this time, because then you just end up working twice of the time you wanted to work. And it does sometimes works, but sometimes doesn't. You like initially just hurry up the things. So that's this design finished. I can apply the top coat and I can show you the final look. I think in purple it will look really, really nice too. And yellow as well. So like, yeah, pink, purple, yellow, blue. I can give it a cure. And I do one more line when you just wait for the other design to cure. I could kind of keep going all the time, but I have to lighten up this blue again. That will be a nice one. There we are. And I'm really not going to rush this line. So now we've got half of the tip, and you can clearly see what kind of design we can achieve with that. So like it looks really nice when it's completely finished, and that's the other one cooked as well. So just to keep you inspired, I'm going to finish this one definitely on my own. Thanks guys for watching. Glittery hacks. Bye for now.